Finding good book recommendations is hard. And giving good book recommendations is even harder because people love so many different types of genres of books. One person absolutely loves a book, another person absolutely hates a book. However, these are my top 5 books that I would recommend to anyone despite the genres that they like. I know that was only 4 books, but one of the books I don't actually have because I successfully have recommended it probably 3 or 4 times. And it feels right to start at that point. So number 1 is Red Rising. This is the only sci-fi book that is on here, and I recommend it for a good reason. That book series is awesome. And I think it's probably the most friendly sci-fi book for people to get into. The other book that I'd actually think about putting into that realm is Project Hail Mary. However, I haven't read it, so I can't recommend you something that I myself haven't read. But Red Rising is a great way to get into kind of like that sci-fi fantasy space. It's a story that I think speaks to anyone. It's about a totalitarian government. It's about people trying to overthrow it. It's about the dangers of politics. And I think as a whole, it's probably the book I see most often people who read that aren't sci-fi fans and they absolutely love it. Number 4 is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This book is a ton of fun. If you're looking for something that has loads of depth and has great writing, this isn't it. But when it comes down to recommending people books that is just fun, that they will enjoy, look no further than Percy Jackson. I absolutely love this story. You learn a lot about Greek mythology. Like, I'm about to go watch the Odyssey, and the reason why I don't need to do those recaps is because I recently read Percy Jackson, so I know all I need to know about Greek mythology. And if you want to have fun, if you want to enjoy yourself, if you like history, read Percy Jackson. Number 3, No One Saw a Thing by Andrea Mara. Now, this is a mystery thriller type book, all sorts of drama. One of those books that you have to do a bit of investigating as you're reading it. And if we want to talk drama, I love this book. This is a bestseller for a reason. Andrea Mara does a brilliant job of sending you left, right, and center. Probably one of the best thriller books I have read. So I would highly, highly recommend this to everyone. Number 4 is The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. Now, some people would say you have to read The Handmaid's Tale first. I don't think you do. I feel like this book tells an amazing story on its own. Even though that The Handmaid's Tale does give context, this book is great on its own. This is the best book I've read ever. Now, before people come for me, I know I've only read about 40 books, so that might change in a not so distant future. But so far, this book is so much fun. If you're looking for a book that has a message to it, that speaks into our real world, that is political, that is more than just fighting and wars, this is the book that I would recommend. I would even recommend this book to fantasy and sci-fi people. This book has the elements that I love about fantasy and sci-fi books, just taking out the magic and the space wars and stuff. But it's really deep and it's really good. And the 5th book that I would recommend to absolutely everyone is The Hunger Games. This is a really simple story about people who are oppressed, about people who are forced to do things that are horrible, and yet there's brilliant action to it. One of the things about watching the most recent movie, which was one of the prequels, is actually realizing how horrible what the kids have to do is. I feel like there's a certain level of dread that is put across in that movie that I don't think you really get from everything else. But apart from that, the juxtaposition about kind of the showmanship around this, how there's kind of this honor and like you really want to see Katniss Everdeen win the Hunger Games. There's also this like horrible feeling of like, now that I'm older, there's actually this horrible feeling about this book. But this is a book that people have loved for decades. It's been a successful movie series for a reason. It's a book that people come back to time and time again. And this is a book that I would recommend to absolutely everybody. Those were my 5 recommendations, but I want to hear from you guys too. What are those books that you would recommend to absolutely